Hello, we are back in Miles Edgeworth Investigations.
To think after all that running around, we're right back where we started.
It would appear that way. I forgot his accent. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know. I can't remember what I did for him. Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Pelino, but I can't see what the words are. I have yet to find his killer. And I guess his murder really was the work of Yatagarasu.
Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu was a noble vigilante who was only out to steal the truth.
Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright?
Mr. Pelino.
Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure. Please feel free to investigate until your heart is content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you. Personally, Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Pelino. You're a total gentleman.
Ha ha ha. You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Pelino.
Those two sure got chummy awfully quickly.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that person when I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer.
We don't know that yet, however it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key to the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it! That woman's almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer.
Yes, again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the Yatagarasu mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bat.
Uncle Bat? He's taking part in the investigation too?
Yes, he's been chasing after the Yatagarasu all these years.
Uncle Bat.
Now then, I was told that the photo was taken just after the fire.
What? This looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either.
But this could be how that person escaped.
Well, we need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle on anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Okay. I don't even know what else to investigate. It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that's left to tell the tale of his murder. A fireplace, huh? So Babal's offices have been two.
Two?
There was a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace.
If it was that traumatizing, why didn't you try creating new memories with the fireplace? You could climb inside and we could play hide and seek.
And come out covered in soot? I think not.
You really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth.
You can see the Alabastian embassy through this window.
So where were you?
What?
So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth?
You can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damask II was killed.
What? You don't mean the Master Mask? Master II? Oh, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this.
Even though Damask II was merely an imposter of the original, it appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire.
Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything.
There's lots of Barbalese ink on Mr. Cochin's desk.
It looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside.
The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink.
Hey, Mr. Polino, it looks like your precious Barbely's ink is alright after all.
What? That's odd. Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? Alright then. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask about your movements before the fire broke out. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight. Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. I'll keep doing the weirdest voice to him, I'm so sorry. We had two fires here at the Barbely's embassy tonight. What a bother all of that was.
Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jamming Ninja show.
Ah, well, the second occurred at the start of the Jamming Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theatre-goers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after the Jamming Ninja show was the second one of the night. Exactly. So the fire witness was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. I suppose this means that this photo was taken just after the first fire was put out.
So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire?
The second fire was contained to this floor, the third floor. Oh, the second and third floor. No, the third floor. I don't know why I said second. Anyway, I think it was left over from embers from the fire on the floors above that caused it. That's, how should I put this, a very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here, and Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye.
I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Polino.
Oops, look at me going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask? Again, we were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were, and if you happen to know what Mr. Cochran's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let's see, I've been quite busy all day, from morning until now. First I woke up and then I brushed my teeth. After that I had a roll for breakfast. Fascinating. However, how about if you just skip to the relevant parts for me? Oh, you'd like the condensed version? Alright, I can do that for you. So what did Mr. Cochran and you do this morning? Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jamming Ninja, but Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochran's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Which is why both the Prima Duck statue and the Barbely's knife settled down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace.
If you cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain though, huh?
Ah, about that. I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. Ha ha ha. I guess I'm up the creek without Manny here to get angry at me. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of the secretary's anger. Oh, he's very good at being very mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Barbely's ink on the back wall where I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect. Talk about the boss getting bossed around. That's about it for what I did this morning, just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochran did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down together to the theatre near New Terrace. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor room. So it was until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theatre, because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Albert, Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor. Prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jamming Ninja. It seemed to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got back to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show?
Yes, that's right.
The next time I saw him, he was dead. He was lying there in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Plano, thank you very much for your help.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright?
Yeah, I've got something else to ask. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink.
I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. When I did, I was greeted by a roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all.
The fire was green? What's the cause?
Well, wet crystal oil burns green when it's lit, and as you can see by this lantern.
And Barbely's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green.
You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire, so that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk. Case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery.
What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Ambassador Plano, would you happen to know what these charred remains are of?
I don't know exactly, but I don't think they were anything that should have been flammable.
So it remains to what was a mystery as to what burned here. Still don't know where the blade of the Barbely's knife went. Could it be that the killer walked away with it? Let's check the statue. So this is the real Prima Duck statue.
This is really valuable, right?
That's what they say.
Hold it!
Okay, you're not seriously considering the theft of this statue, are you?
No way, Mr. Edgeworth, I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth.
That sounds mighty suspicious to me. This safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved.
Aren't safes great? They always hold the most wonderful promise of treasures within.
Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. I guess there's more on the table. Looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them.
The bottle sure gives a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon.
What kind of discount would that net you?
5 finger kind, what else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two from the bearer.
Things such as...
Such as the truth. What else would I steal?
So I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now. Manny Cochin, his name is written right here on this nameplate.
Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office?
I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by mistake.
Do you think maybe it's also to remind you of your own name if you forget?
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk. Oops. There is only one book left standing there, The Treasures of the World.
Wait, what? Let me see that. I see. The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate, why?
It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt.
So I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh?
Well, what did you imagine them to look like?
I thought that the ball would look like a flower and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way it looked like a butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base.
If any country had a flower phone, it would be Ablaze, don't you think?
Oh, then maybe the flower I envisioned would have been from where they were in Codopia.
There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place.
Well, you know what you like, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination.
Oh, the desk is open. It would appear that the desk also fell victim to the fire.
But it doesn't look too damaged. Oh, I think we can riffle through the drawer a bit.
I suppose we really should take a look. What is that? This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. It seems that the contents of the straw survived the fire rather well.
Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess the value of solid wood construction.
Let's see if there's anything...
Let's see if there's anything useful in here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Just that? I don't know what that's supposed to be. I guess maybe I have some evidence. Oh, it's this. The
Eureka!
shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
Hey, you're right. What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley. Ah, yes. That notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. You've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see.
Yes, I do. You do seem quite passionate about it.
Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you.
Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Professor Plano, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note.
This looks like Manny's handwriting.
I see. In that case,
Oh, did you figure something out?
this note was found in Ablaze. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damascus II.
Master Second, then this note.
Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin from Damask II to steal the Primadoc statue.
What? Manny, trying to steal Alabas's Primadoc statue?
Why do you look so happy? We'd know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were written by Mr. Cochin?
Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you.
So ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis.
I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this.
Do you have any ideas as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue?
There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation.
Anything you can tell me would be great help. I believe, as you've said, you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired the Master Second.
Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as a part of today's event. But because of the Edgeworth and the fire here, it got cancelled, didn't it?
Hahaha. I am actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled, but you see, Babal's statue, well, it's just a replica. And did Mr. Cochin know about Babal's Primadoc statue?
Of course he knew.
That is why he was the one person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand. Well, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, let me handle it, it should be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Cadocia. At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was serious. Mr. Cochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you were the next Cadocian ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was already. I don't have an answer yet as to why he was trying so hard, but I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness.
Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested?
Yup, got it all right here, sir. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all.
What is all this, Gummy?
It's all the information on the room I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire.
Good work, Detective.
No, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk.
Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad.
What do you mean? How dare you?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Well, don't you worry, I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yadagarasi just like my father, right?
Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it's a truly wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
You bet. So what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, I'd like to ask you a favour. Yes? Oh,
Yes?
that gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? That thing you call your secret weapon.
Oh, you mean Little Thief? You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
Hold it!
I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. So you do need it. Oh my god, I can't read. From the information in Detective Gumshoe's gathered and the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to recreate the room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it. Alright, here we go. Dark signs of evening when no other bird dares to take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Why she gotta have her little superhero quips? It seems as there are other things besides what the ambassador mentioned that has changed. It's possible that we might find an escape route the person K saw used as well.
Ooh, well, what is this? Is it some bizarre the light show I was not told about? This is the power of a true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info I inputted. Really? That is certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday.
I believe it's time we return to our investigation. My voice went a little bit there.
This grandfather clock, it was apparently in a different position before the fire.
According to the staff members, the clock was flushed against the wall before the fire, sir.
Which means it most likely it was moved by someone during the fire.
Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock right now, but I don't hear any chiming.
Huh? That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged its internal mechanisms or something. Ambassador Planer, may we take a look inside the clock? Sure, go on, right ahead. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the insides of the clock.
Yes, sir, I'm on it. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir.
It looks like the length of wire, so that's just what caused the clock to stop chiming. What was a long length of wire doing inside the clock in the first place? Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock?
It sounds like it wasn't Mr. Planer that put the wire in there.
And perhaps it was Mr. Coach's killer who did. These must have been large green flames Ambassador Planer saw.
With flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in.
Okay, by the time you came to this room, had the fire already been put out?
Yeah, the fire died out or something by that time.
Then this fire here was only burned from the time that the fire started on the third floor, until the other class who appeared and caused a stir in Babal, I suppose.
I guess Mr. Polena was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh?
Yes, you could put it that way, and since you were the one first to discover the body, you can assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course.
I knew it! That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Coach's killer.
This is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came to this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here.
Okay, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in. But then, what did the person set on fire to make this green flame?
Well, whatever it is that person burned has made a rather sizable fire.
And since the fire's green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean.
Yes, I do. I believe that what you're thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of evidence burns the same colour as these green flames? The lantern.
Take that!
The silhouette lantern. Its green flames come from the witch crystal oil it's burning.
Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off.
I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by witch crystal oil. Furthermore, we now know that there is only one thing made from witch crystal oil.
Oh, you mean the thing Mr. Polena was mistaken about, right?
Yes, precisely, as we found out in earlier investigation.
What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir?
Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand. Why am I having to answer this? We already talked about it.
Take that!
Ablaze ink is made from witch crystal oil.
Oh, so it should burn the same colour as the flames in the lantern, right?
Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Ablaze ink.
Because we found the ink Mr. Cochin used on his desk, right?
Yes, however, we know that Mr. Cochin was smuggling ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames.
Oh yeah, I'm really beginning to feel the energy coming from you, Sir Edgeworth.
It would appear that I finally found it, the smuggling ring's true goal. Made of Ablaze ink, this is the source of the green flames. Documents.
Take that!
Oops, maybe not.
How did arsonists use that exactly? I'm sort of an expert in pyrotechnics.
Okay, I thought it was documents. What is it then? thought it was documents. This is made of Ablaze ink. This is the source of the green flames. It's not none of these. It's not that. Not that. Not that. Oh, bills.
Take that!
I should have looked at that instead of thinking it was documents. What would consume that great of a volume of ink to make? That would be counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Zengfar.
You're kidding! You're saying that it was Mr. Cochin who made the counterfeit bills?
I am. I believe we could even go so far as to say that he stole Barbal's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Cochin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Why, yes, and I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed. Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well. Ah, yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Cochin and concealed his crime, for they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. Alright then, now what?
So Bapal's really into pushing the tourism industry, huh?
Yes, it would appear that way.
You know, I'd really love to take a trip. Hey, why don't we go take one after this case?
Do you already have a destination in mind?
Ideally, I'd like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training.
Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth... Oops. Perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Gem Ninja TV show.
Hey, that's a really good idea, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't believe she took me seriously. You can see the Alabastian embassy through this window. Oh, I've already done this dialogue. A fireplace. Huh. Oh my god, I did this dialogue as well. It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan.
Oh, I've seen a few of these before. They spin around and round and play music.
I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
Yes, that's it.
But then nothing alike.
They're totally alike. They spin those babies right round like a record.
I see. I guess I can see how you can think that. What else then, the knife?
It looks like one of the property's knives was missing already before the fire began.
So it would seem, especially since the other two knives' handles were burned away.
The remaining handles was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon. Babal's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babal, don't you think?
I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue with the rest of Babal's woes. Detective, you took part in the initial Babal investigation, correct?
Yep, sure did. I also helped put out the fire, sir. But that first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. First I tried your elevator, but I guess somebody else had the same idea because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use stairs at that point, I would have been burned to a crisp.
Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in case of a fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Oh?
Maybe someone rode in a fit of panic.
Detective, did you see the Edgeworth that came into the Ablaze embassy at all?
I didn't personally, but the other staff members told me they'd never got a good look at the person either, sir.
I wonder if you could tell me a bit about what you discovered, Detective.
Second fire broke out around the time the Alagrass was spotted in Alabaster. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic.
So no one was able to get a good look at the Aceattorney that's into the bar.
Yeah.
Don't know why that made me laugh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive... That's not enough to make a positive ID, you know.
Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more.
The person in a long coat sounds like the person I saw.
The Edgeworth that appeared in Alabaster was proven to be just a fabrication, a shadow. In light of that fact, the Edgeworth that appeared in Babal is also suspect.
You can't be serious. Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Miss Callisto, you.
So, the Edgeworth appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Cochin, then disappeared. By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Edgeworth?
I did, but, well, the embassy's huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with and was lost for a while there.
Didn't even memorise the layout of the building you were to guard, Detective.
I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. But, it was thanks to me for being lost that I was able to come to Kane's rescue.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yeah, it was when I was lost and wandering about in the first floor hallway, sir. When I heard a scream, I headed straight towards it right away.
Oh, that's probably from when I found Miss Coachin's body.
Yeah, and I thought it sounded like her, so I got really worried and ran as fast as I could.
And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Sheena wasn't able to take me away. You covered for me until you got here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, I see. So we can be useful once in a blue moon.
Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did.
I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here.
Well, just before I got in this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door.
Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatarasu herself earlier.
Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. Then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatarasu.
She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her.
Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir?
We examined everything in this office, but there's one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Plano about it. Ambassador Plano, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock.
Ah, that's right. You've also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one.
Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that.
Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical.
Bilaterally.
So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like, even when the art is located in is the same. As my room is currently under renovation, we worked hard to make Manny's room look like this ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo up with the German ninja?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, what a photo like that worth if it's not taken in the ambassador's office, right?
Yes, another odd expression of Babal's obsessively competitive spirit with Alabas, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots.
Connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I could help.
Okay. I guess I can connect some dots.
Yes?
Oops, not you. Oops, not you either. There we go. Right. Barbara's embassy is undergoing renovations. That says Alva's fireplace is connected. But that means this one should be connected as well. Which I thought he was going to say that just by looking at the fireplace, but I guess we have to go the roundabout way of doing it. Anyway, the Alabastian and Barbalese sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway.
A secret passageway?
In Alabas, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall.
Revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house.
Well, there was a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir.
What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about the room.
What are you waiting for, Miss Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Agreed. And my first thought is that it's likely the killer used a revolving fireplace.
It looks like just another fireplace though, doesn't it? So how do you turn it?
In Alabas, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace.
Oh, I see the X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it. Ah! You scared me, sir.
Something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts.
Huh? But we found the X where you thought there'd be one, right?
We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from the scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. All I see inside the fireplace is starterwood.
Huh? That's odd. It doesn't match up with Mr. Peleno said earlier.
What is the meaning of this contradiction? Oh, what did he say? Oh, that it was burning.
Eureka!
Mr. Polino, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct? Yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean up the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right, but why are you asking, and why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry, I am a scary person. I admit I am a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see. Ah, where did all the ashes go? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't really think that Ambassador Polino is lying, do you?
No, there's no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is the fireplace that is causing the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me. You got it! I'll add in the ashes from the burnt files and... Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh? But it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us. Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right?
Oh, you mean that? That's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know.
There is really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. What are you about to do? We're about to use logic. No, I'm focused K again. Whoops. Missing ashes, renovations. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple. It's not because someone cleaned them up, right? No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Polino said that he spilled some Ablaze ink while he was burning the files, and yet there is not a trace of spilled ink in the black back wall anywhere. Well then, I don't know what happened. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighbouring room. I feel like this is all obvious, and they're taking it very long to explain these things. Like, I could have told you that ages ago that the fireplace was switched. I think that should have been the first thing he looked at when he went in the room, because he said he already knew that they were identical. So why didn't you check if there was a secret fireplace? I don't know. That was just a bit long for a simple deduction. But anyway, which means that there is a clear indication that the fireplace was used. And you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from the room through here? Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Cochin's killer. And after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace. Well, Miss Redruff, you figured out the killer's escape route. I have, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down. If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighbouring room.
Well, that person that was in the next room was... Oh, it was that person, sir.
Yes, Detective, Agent Sheena. It's looking more and more like Miss Sheena is the killer, isn't it? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cochin. I don't have any proof, however I know she's hiding something from us. Okay then, why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself? No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I would need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damas 2's note.
Okay, I'll get that to the lab boys on the...
What?
I'll get the lab boys on that right away.
Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall.
Right now, sir?
No, next decade, of course now. We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we? Go on. Oh, God. Go on, dummy. You can do it.
Alright, I'm gonna do this like a real man. Here I go, through the fireplace and back.
You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for a simple task, Detective.
Wow, that wall from the fireplace really did turn.
That's so neat. Now I want to try going through there too. There really is a secret passageway through there. I had no idea. It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room.
Furthermore, the Ablaze ink you spilled, Ambassador, is there on the back wall.
Okay, here I go, sir.
Detective, I'd like you to go through there under the same conditions as the killer.
Huh? But there's all that ash stuff.
And your point is, now we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right?
No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve. Such as the Yadagrasu's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu is related to these embassies.
Mr. Edgeworth.
A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted.
What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said that it's easy if you follow the leads.
Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay? Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do an impression of him.
If it's gathering info you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logical deductions.
Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that?
Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused like a laser on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us.
Okay.
That's the sort of thing I say to myself. When I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know.
That is something that I hope practice doesn't make perfect, for your sake.
Yay! Looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir.
Yes, I can see that. Good work, Detective.
Looks like you can use that fireplace door like a door, sir.
Are you right, Gummy?
I'm okay, it's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all.
Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem has turned practically black.
Yeah, well, quite a bit of the unburnt ink got on it, sir.
I see. Thank you, Detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat.
What? Oh no, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get it clean, but you know.
I see. Very well then, as you wish.
So because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it could be used, right?
Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact.
And that is?
I'll have to explain it to you later. Right now, we need to deal with the handwriting analysis, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir, I'll be back before you know it.
The handwriting analysis on Mr. Cochin's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let us go and wait in the Theatrum Neutralis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Sheena. To be continued. I don't know if I should stop here or not, because it's kind of short. Maybe I will. Well, we'll have a short episode today. Thank you guys for watching. This is a long episode, but we're powering through. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, let me save. Alright, see you guys. I'm in the middle. Oh my god, I thought I was at the end. Okay.